Hey, everyone, welcome to Family Toy Review. I've got to announce the winner for our giveaway here. And actually, I made a video announcing the winner for our giveaway. It was another mukbang with a Wendy's breakfast sandwich. I accidentally deleted the video, so I don't have it. And I already unboxed this in that video, but I don't have the unboxing. But here it is. This is the Silver Collection Miguel Camino. Anywho, I will announce the winner to this car at the end of this video, and I will announce the instructions for the next giveaway, Fairgame, also at the end of the video. And in the meantime, I'm just going to read this Disney Cars book. Last night, I was looking for my Call of Duty the new game Warzone something CD, and I couldn't find it. And I found this DVD movie, and I realized it was a book. Hello there, Danny's and Grays. And I saw they had a couple of CDs. I was wondering why there were so many CDs. And I thought, you know what? I could read this book to you guys. We're not doing much else anyways. So I'm just going to read this book. And it's longer than I want it to be. But at the end, I'll announce the giveaway for this video. I got to make it short, though, because I'm cooking burgers tonight. I made the burgers, and I'm just waiting for them in the fridge. And I'm going to cook it. All right, well, yeah, it's a pretty good story. Alright, well, I'm just going to start here. I wish I had sound effects or music, but I don't. I'm just doing this right now on the fly. It was the first race of the season. Fans cheered as the cars headed toward the finish line. Out in front was number 95, Lightning McQueen. Lightning's friends Bobby Swift and Cal Weathers and Brick Yardley followed close behind. But with a final burst of speed, Lightning surged past the finish line for the win. Ka-chow! Those are my sound effects. By the way, this is his design in this, I guess at the beginning of the movie, he's wearing this style of Rusty's. Jackson Storm was part of a new... Oh, no, I skipped ahead. My bad. Lightning season was off to a great start. Then, at the Motor Speedway of the South, all of this changed. Bobby Swift was nose-to-nose with Lightning when suddenly an unknown race car blew by them. It was Jackson Storm. I should have brought out my cars. It was Jackson Storm, a rookie racer. Bobby and Lightning tried to regain their lead, but Storm won. After the race, Lightning congratulated the rookie. "Hey, Jackson Storm, right?" he asked. "Great race today." Storm grinned. "Oh, wow, thank you, Mr. McQueen. You have no idea what a pleasure it is for me to finally beat you." "Oh, thanks. Wait. Did you say meet or beat?" "Oh, yeah, right here. Did you say meet or beat?" And Storm smirked. "I think you heard me." I remember this in the movie, and they played this in the trailers or something. I saw it before. But yeah, this is why people are not buying Jackson Storm vehicles when you go to the store. There's always so many Jackson Storms because he's not a very friendly guy. Jackson Storm was part of a new generation of high-tech race cars. These next-gen racers were faster than the cars that had come before. They won race after race. Soon, veteran racers began retiring or losing their sponsors. Lightning couldn't keep up with the next gens. Every race, he finished behind Storm, but he wasn't ready to give up and retire. He's behind Storm, but he's not ready to give up and retire. No. At the start of the final race of the season, Storm mocked Lightning. "Hey, champ," he taunted. "Where'd all your friends go?" Lightning was determined to beat the next gen. The next gens are like the millennials. Lightning was determined to beat them. When the racers began the last lap of the race, Storm passed Lightning to take the lead. And Lightning pushed himself harder than ever. Suddenly, Lightning pushed himself too hard. His tire blew out. As Lightning rolled over, his whole world went black. Crash. And then you fade to black. In the months that followed, Lightning recovered from the crash. He was physically ready to race again, but he wondered if maybe it was time to retire. Lightning thought about his mentor, Doc Hudson. Doc was one of the best racers of his time. This is Lightning's sad face. This is where he's gray. He lost his paint because they fixed him up, but they didn't do his paint job yet, so he's got gray primer paint. This is the Primer McQueen. But a devastating crash had ended his racing career early. Lightning made a choice. He wasn't going to let someone else decide if he continued racing. When Lightning told his sponsors, Rusty and Dusty Rusties, that he would race again next season, they were thrilled. They had just made a deal to get Lightning a new training center so he could train on the same equipment as the next gens. But to do it, they had sold Rusty's to a business car named Sterling. Rusty and Dusty introduced Lightning to his new sponsor, Sterling. Sterling took Lightning on a tour of the facility. Lightning watched in awe as a sleek yellow race car zoomed through a stimulated course. "Who's the racer?" Lightning asked. No. She's a trainer," Sterling said. "Cruz Ramirez, best trainer in the business." Sterling introduced the two cars. Cruz wasn't impressed by Lightning. "He looks old and broken down with flabby tires," she said. "Yeah, that was a Primer McQueen that you saw earlier." Lightning was offended. "Hey, I do not." Cruz smiled. "Use that," she told him. "Oh, I see," Lightning said with a laugh. "I can use that energy for motivation, right?" That wasn't really my favorite part of the movie. But yeah, she kept telling Lightning, "Use that." Over the next few weeks, Cruz led Lightning through a series of training exercises using the high technology training center. She didn't think Lightning was ready for the simulator, because he's old and he doesn't know technology. Lightning disagreed. He hopped on the simulator and crashed through its screen. Sterling thought Lightning's racing career was over. He wanted Lightning to retire. Lightning pleaded for one last chance. "Look, I can do this, I promise," he said. "I'll train like I did with Duck." Sterling was skeptical. "One race," he said finally. "If you don't win at Florida, you'll retire." Lightning agreed. "Thank you. You won't be sorry." Lightning headed to Fireball Beach to restart his training. He thought if he trained the same way he had with Doc, he would improve. Lightning tore down the beach. I have a lot of videos, by the way, with Lightning McQueen at the beach. When the movie first came out, we went to the beach and we did a lot of shots. Look for that on our channel. It looks kind of cool, I think, because it's at the beach. But anyways, he tore it down the beach. Cruz was supposed to be right beside him, tracking his speed, but she was stuck at the starting line. Spinning her wheels, she was stuck in the sand. Cruz had never raced on sand before. JJ, I think he's doing an iPad right now with his mama. Lightning gave her some tips. Cruz tried, but she spun out. Stopped for some passing crabs and did donuts in the sand. Finally, she got it. I think Lightning told her like turn left or turn right. I forgot what he said. Like turn left. Was that in the beach part or was that at the Thunderdome? I forgot. But he said something to her in the race. You gotta like grip the dirt or something. Finally, she got it, and they were soon zooming across the beach. But Lightning's top speed was still slower than Jackson Storm's. Here we go, the Thunder Hollow. Lightning decided he needed to train against other racers on a dirt track. So he and Cruz went to the Thunder Hollow Speedway. Did I say donuts? I might have said donuts. Lightning disguised himself and signed up for the next race. He disguised himself as Chester Whipplefilter, I think. It wasn't until the gates closed that the two realized that it wasn't a traditional race. It was a demolition derby where cars smashed into each other. Cruz watched from the infield until the cars came after her too. This is where Roscoe closed the gates on Lightning McQueen, and it got a little bit scary there when he closed the gate, because that means you're locked in there. Everyone, especially the undefeated champion, Miss Fritter, wanted a piece of the newcomers. Lightning swerved to avoid crashing. Cruz was terrified. She tried hiding behind a stack of tires, but Miss Fritter has Cruz in her sights. Lightning shouted racing tips to Cruz and drew Miss Fritter away from her. At the end of the race, Cruz was declared the winner. Yeah, this was where Cruz was stuck, and Miss Fritter was like, "I'm gonna get you!" And she came straight to Cruz, and I think Lightning actually, did he like crash into Cruz and like kind of like sacrifice himself, and he spun away? I think he got dinged too. I think that's what happened. I forget. But he did also tell her in the mud race like turn right to turn left, something like that. So that's in the movie. They should have had that in here instead of use that. After the race, Lightning lashed out at Cruz. He still hadn't improved his speed because he was too busy taking care of her. "This is my last chance," he shouted. "If I lose, I never get to do this again. If you were a racer, you'd know what I'm talking about, but you're not, so you don't." He was being pretty mean. Cruz turned away. "I wanted to become a racer forever. Because of you." Cruz told Lightning that a local track owner had once given her a chance at professional racing, but she'd blown it. She'd been intimidated by the other racers and left without taking her chance. Lightning apologized. He hadn't meant to hurt Cruz's feelings. Yeah, sometimes you gotta, don't let yourself be intimidated. If you want to do something, you just gotta do it, you know? Lightning asked Cruz to come with him to the famous Thomasville Speedway. Lightning wanted Doc's old crew chief, Smokey, to train him. Cruz agreed. When they got there, they found Smokey. He took them to meet Doc's old friends, racing legends Junior Moon, River Scott, and Louise Nash, Barnstormer Nash. Later, Lightning admitted to Smokey that he didn't want to end up the same way Doc had. Smokey led Lightning to his garage. I don't have Smokey with me. I should have prepared with my cars for this, but I didn't. My bad. Next time. The letters Doc had sent him while he was Lightning Crew's chief hung on the wall. Doc had seen something in Lightning that he didn't see in himself. So Doc sent Smokey a bunch of letters while Doc was being Lightning's crew chief. So he was saying good things about Lightning to Smokey. And Smokey's telling him, "See, racing wasn't the best part of Doc Hudson's life. You were." Smokey agreed to train Lightning if he faced the facts. "You're old," he said. "You'll never be as fast as Storm, but you can be smarter than him." Lightning needed someone to stand in as Jackson Storm during his training. Smokey thought Cruz was the natural choice. In the garage, the legends modified Cruz for racing. She revved her engine excitedly. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Andy Lartiga, I forgot his channel's name. What's his channel name? But he's got a YouTube channel. I gotta look it up. He makes really good engine sounds when he does his videos. So but like better than that. Anyways, Smokey trained Lightning the same way he had trained Doc Hudson. The other legends helped too. They did sprints and drills. Smokey tested Lightning's strength and torque by having him pull a heavy trailer. To practice getting through a crowd of racers, Smokey pulled Lightning and Cruz in a field of stampeding tractors. After several weeks of training, it was nearly time for the big race. Everything's building up for this big race, but Smokey had one more test for Lightning. An all-out race against Cruz. The two stayed close together around the track. As they neared the finish line, Lightning gave it everything he had, but it wasn't enough. With a burst of speed, Cruz crossed the finish line ahead of him. Woohoo! Cruz shouted, "That was awesome!" Cruz stopped as she looked at Lightning. He was stunned that he had lost. That's a bummer. Some fighters, like boxers, sometimes they do some sparring before their big fights, and that can kind of mess them up too if their sparring partner like kind of knocks them down or something, and it messes with their confidence. And that's exactly what happened here with Lightning McQueen and Cruz Ramirez. He just realized how fast she was. Finally, the day of the Florida 500 race arrived. Look at the crowd, they're cheering. Lightning was nervous. He still hadn't managed to match Storm's speed, and his whole racing career was on the line. The starting flag dropped, and the race began. As Lightning sped past the other cars, Smokey and Cruz cheered him on over the headset. Suddenly, Lightning heard Sterling tell Cruz to head back to the training center. She was the Sterling was being. He was telling Cruz, "You're a trainer, not a racer." Lightning had said the same thing to her, but he realized he was wrong. Cruz had always been a racer at heart. She just needed a chance. Suddenly, there was a wreck on the track. Lightning asked Cruz to meet him in the pit. The pit crew started working on Lightning, but he stopped them. He nodded toward Cruz. "Not me," he said. "Her." The crews gave Cruz new tires, a paint job, and the number 95. This is one of my favorite versions of Cruz, by the way, the Rusty's 95 Cruz Ramirez. Lightning smiled. It was a time to show the world that Cruz was a racer. And this was a cool little last-minute design that Ramon did on Cruz. Pretty cool. As Cruz sped around the track, Lightning gave Smokey advice to pass along to her. Finally, Smokey gave Lightning the crew chief headset. Lightning coached Cruz around the track, reminding her all that she had learned. With only a few laps left, Cruz moved up until she was just one car behind the ladder. Jackson Storm! Where's my Jackson Storm? Where did he go? Okay, here he is. Ooh, she's right behind Jackson Storm. I remember this from the movie. Ooh, and they're side by side. Storm dropped to the back to taunt Cruz and her new paint job. Ooh, he went back behind her. He didn't think she deserved to be in the race. She wasn't a race car. You'll never be one of us, he told her. Storm's words hit Cruz hard, and she slowed down. She was thinking, Storm surged ahead, but Lightning wasn't going to let Cruz give up. He sees something in you that you don't even see in yourself, he told her. You're a racer. You made me believe it, but now you gotta believe it too. Hello there, Nitroid Productions. Good timing. I have a special announcement to make at the end of this video. Make sure you stay for it. Cruz felt her confidence return, and she sped up until she was right behind Jackson Storm. Just then, Cruz made a move to the outside. Storm viciously slammed into her, pushing Cruz into the wall. Now, he was pretty mean. You don't belong on this track, he shouted. And Cruz shouted, yes, I do. And she pushed herself off the wall. She did like a somersault flip around from behind Jackson Storm in front of him. And Cruz came down in the first place and sprinted for the finish line. Cruz won! The crowd went wild! The leaderboard showed the winner as McQueen Cruz because they had both raced wearing the number 95. Lightning and Cruz had both won. Sterling couldn't believe it. Lightning didn't have to retire. Awesome. Back in Radiator Springs, Lightning and Cruz raced around Willie's Butte. Cruz was now a part of Tex Dynaco's race team. This is my favorite part. Actually, when she won the race was my favorite part. And she'd taken Doc Hudson's old number 51. Even better, Tex had bought Rusty's from Sterling. Lightning and Cruz were teammates. Also, Lightning, he always wanted to race for Tex Dynaco, but he didn't want to abandon Rusty's. So he's out of loyalty, he stayed with Rusty's, but he always wanted to work for Tex under Dynaco. So this ended up in a good way. Lightning was happy. He knew that whether or not he raced again was up to him and nobody else. But right now, all Lightning was focused on was getting Cruz ready for her next race. And the race ends with the fabulous Lightning McQueen racing against Dynaco Cruz Ramirez. Awesome. Now, will there be a Disney Cars 4 movie? I don't know. I hope so. But first, let me announce the giveaway of our Sterling Miguel Camino. Actually, before I do that, the instructions for the next Fairgame giveaway is I'm going to be uploading random videos in the next week. To enter the giveaway, just watch the video, leave a comment, like it, and you'll be entered for the Fairgame. And I'll just choose someone from one of the comments. I'll be looking at each video to make sure that you left a comment on each video. And I'll choose one for the winner of the Fairgame. Unfortunately, this is still U.S. only, and you have to be at least 13 to win. If you're under 18, you need your parents' permission. So the winner of Miguel Camino, I hope you enjoyed this Disney Car Store. And I'm sorry if some of you guys did not win. Maybe on the next one you'll win. I'll remember one of you guys, and maybe one of you guys in the live stream will get special priority for one of the Disney cars in a future giveaway. I'll remember who was here for this one. And the winner for the Miguel Camino is Nitroid Productions. Congratulations! You have 1 week to claim your prize. Just email familytourreview@gmail.com. Make sure you have your parents' permission if you are under 18. And, I still haven't mailed this one out. This is a previous winner. I'm going to mail this out. I'm kind of waiting because of the coronavirus. Trying not to go out too much, but I'll be mailing these out. Don't worry. I've mailed out all our giveaway winners. And there's more giveaways to come. This one is the next one. I've got a whole bunch. I've got Paul Conrad, this one, and some other ones too. So there's more giveaways. Anyways, thanks for watching, and maybe you will have a chance next time. Alicia Centeno, thank you guys for dropping by, and thank you for watching our videos. Thanks so much. See y'all later. You guys have a great week. See ya. Bye-bye.